Hello everyone, welcome to this walkthrough. Today we are going to demonstrate a real-time integration between Salesforce, CityWorks, and ArcGIS Online. For this walkthrough, we have a feature layer called Service Request. As you can see now, it's an empty web map, and the feature layer has no points. We have a custom object in Salesforce called citizen request. Now I'm going to play the role of a customer service representative at a call center, and I'm receiving a call from a citizen who's reporting a pothole or a graffiti. Let's do pothole, type in a name, and this is the address of my citizen description at the intersection demo. Let's call it demo 1 and click save. And as the point is saved, we pan, zoom a couple of times. We should see a point. And once I click on the point, I find I've got a Salesforce ID and I have a CityWorks ID. So pay attention to this ID for Salesforce A1TMOO. We go here and here is the A1TMOO. That's the same service request we just added. And if I go to CityWorks and let's go back to the map, pay attention here to the CityWorks ID 3777713. Let's go and type in 77713 and click search, and we should find a service request created with this ID. Yes, and it's pothole related. So far, so good. Let's look under the hood and see how this real-time integration took place. It's all in one Zap. And the first step, I'm going to scroll up. First step of the Zap is intercepting an outbound message from Salesforce using a webhook. So if we pay attention to this webhook, it's the same webhook that I configured here in Salesforce. So whenever a record is created in Salesforce, the data gets passed on to Zapier via this hook. And these are the fields that we send to Zapier, including, as you can see, the street, the postal code, the description, and all this information eventually ended up, some of it ended in like the description at intersection demo 1 in ArcGIS Online. So the second step is we do a quick test, we do a filter and test, okay, if is my my service request urgent? If it's true, and if the type of my service request is pothole, then the test passes and we go to the next step in the Zap for creating a. First, we go and geocode the address using the ArcGIS Online application on Zapier. And we use the address information that's coming from the outbound message from the street and the city separated by commas. Now, the result is the lat and long, as you can see, and so far so good. The next step of the Zap, step 4, is to create the service request in CityWorks. And this is using the CityWorks application, which is still in beta. It's work in progress, and it has 2 actions today: create service request and create work order. Looking at the template here, we can list all types of problems that are available today in CityWorks for the service requests. As you can see, road failure, general inquiries, all this stuff is retrieved from the CityWorks API. Now, for the address field, here we are fetching the data from Salesforce, doing some field mapping between Salesforce and CityWorks. For the lat and long, we leverage step 3 of the ZAP, which retrieved the lat and long using the geocode address action of the ArcGIS online application. Now, the last step of the ZAP is to add a point feature in ArcGIS Online, and this step is quite interesting because here we do all the mapping. So we want our point to be related to both CityWorks. So we have a CityWorks ID field, and this is mapped to what was retrieved from step 4, create service request. As you can see, step 4, the value of the field called request ID. And obviously, step 1, the outbound message, has the Salesforce ID. Most of the other fields, the description and the type, are retrieved from Salesforce. So this concludes, almost concludes today's walkthrough. I guess the purpose today mainly is to showcase the CityWorks app and the real-time integration. Before we conclude, I just wanted to show the other action in the CityWorks app, which is create work order. This is still work in progress, but there is no harm in just showing. If you create a new connection, this allows you to provide the CityWorks credentials. The authentication is being taken care of, but I already have a connection here. I'm gonna click test and success, save and continue. And once I reach this step, I will get a few drop downs to allow me to pick the domain, the entity group. These are all CityWorks related. Then I type an entity depending on the kind of entity group that was selected, and a template. And based on the template, we will get to list a few fields here that will be used to create the work order in CityWorks. So this concludes today's walkthrough. Thank you for listening, and hope we will get to have more of these walkthroughs in the future. Thank you.